Good morning everyone. Today is Saturday and I thought I'm gonna bring you along the day with me. We are going to go to the stables and there's also a little horse event thing going on that we're gonna go later. I wanted to wear a dress for that event, but because we're gonna go to the stables before, I don't think that's a great idea. I'm not gonna do riding today. I'm not gonna have a lesson. However, friends of mine have a 2-year-old horse that has been in the stable for I think 3 months now, so she's still very new, Sayonara. She's really cute and we want to work with her a little bit before we go to the event because she still needs a lot of practice, a lot of work. She has so much energy, she's so lovely. So we decided to go to the stables before, do some work with her, some playtime, some things for her development, and then we're gonna go to the event. So I'm just gonna go a little more sporty. I'm just gonna grab my shoes for the stable and then some other shoes that I'm gonna take to the event, and then we're gonna go. I actually have to run to the grocery store really quickly to get some stuff before, but yeah, then we're gonna go to the stable. I want to show you where I do have my riding lessons, show you around, and then we go to the event. I'm really excited. All right, let's take these for sure, and then I'm also gonna take these gloves. I think that should be it.
Tá lá, estou longe de...
Passou sem finalização. Agora vamos ver qual é o exercício que ela escolhe para fazer. Ela vai ao rio.
Good morning, everyone. A little change of scenery. So welcome to our living room. I thought I'm gonna make it really, really cozy now because I just wanted to talk to you for like a few things. My hair is in the desperate need of coconut oil and a lot of shade, but I plan on going to the beach today, so yeah, I still need to take care of my hair a little bit more, so sorry for that. It is still very early in the morning, but it's already so nice outside, so I cannot wait to go outside. But I just wanted to quickly talk to you and not forget everything that I wanted to talk to you about. So the horse event that I went to, it wasn't like an actual competition, it was just like a few stables coming together and like having some fun, some barbecue. By the way, I'm so sorry. My roommate is not here right now, so I don't know where her microphone is, and I'm having a little bit of issues with my audio. So I'm trying to do this, and I don't know if it works, but let's just hope it does. So sorry. Anyways, it's just chaos right now. The horsey one was really, really cute. It's just a few stables coming together, having some fun, doing a few different things with the horses, and it was just really, really cute and amazing. They had a few drinks and food things there that you could buy, but very, very cheap, and it's just for all these stables. So it was really nice, really fun, a lot of sun. And I have to say that in this area, because the event was not even far away from here, it was in Santa Barbara, not the beach, but the kind of like town or area. So it wasn't far away from here, and I have to say that the sun here hits different than in the area we lived before in Fornage. It's completely different because here, first of all, it's not as cloudy, so we do have more sun, which is really, really nice. But we are right next to the ocean. I can see the water from here, so it reflects completely different. So you have to be really, really careful because I could feel it that day. And so when I got back home, I had to take like a nap because I was just having a little bit of too much sun and drink a lot of water, of course. And then later I had a shower and I did feel better, but it was completely different than where we lived before. So I have to be a little bit more careful still. But yeah, it was super nice. And yesterday I was in the stable for 4 hours, I think. So crazy, but time flew by so fast. We had a 2.5 hour lesson, which our teacher or coach, she doesn't really check the time. Neither do we. We just stay in the flow and see how it goes that day. You have good days, you have bad days, you have stronger days, you have days where you just don't have as much energy. And so we kind of just stay in the flow of the lesson, which I really, really, really like. And yesterday went really well. So the first more than the half, I think for like 1.5 hours, we were in the inside arena. And then for the last, I think half an hour or like 45 minutes, I don't know. So we went outside and did some exercises outside, which were still a little bit difficult for the state that both are in. Like I'm having my lesson with a friend of mine and we are both still more like in the beginner stage. So, but we tried, it was fun, but inside, like in the inside arena, it was just amazing. My trot this week was so much better, like incredibly. I loved it. It was very exhausting because I've never trotted that long of a period of time. So I started to have a little bit of a bad posture. So my shoulders came a little bit too much to the front because I just couldn't hold them back any longer. It was just so exhausting, but it was so much fun. And to be on this horse for the second time, I feel like we've built a good relationship already. So it's really, really nice. And I get kind of like the hang of him and he gets the hang of me. So we kind of start to have like a good groove. I really, really like it. So I'm so excited for next week when we start to canter. So that's going to be very interesting. And yeah, today I really wanted to talk about finding an apartment or house here on the island and my experience or our experience with it. So I promised you that. So we're going to do that right now. This apartment that we are in currently, we did find online. And I think if you don't know any people here, and I think that goes for everywhere. It's obviously the easiest if you have like friends or family that know someone that knows someone. So you use vitamin B to get like an apartment or house. That's like the easiest, because a lot of things don't even hit the market. That was like with our first house, but I will get to that in a second. But with this, we just checked online. There's 2-3 websites that I'm gonna link down below. I think it's Idealista, Kustu, something like that, but I will link them down below, that we checked just daily once we started looking for houses and apartments. And you will see that you have times where there's a little bit more and then times where there's hardly anything. It also obviously depends on your budget, what you're looking for. Do you want a rental? Do you want to buy? There is a few houses here, I think more houses to buy and land than rentals right now, because most of the rentals are going to be more for like tourists, and I think that's like a worldwide issue. It's still not as bad here as in other areas, I have to say. So yeah, you just need to see what you find, basically. And with this apartment we got really lucky, because I think it hit the market the night, or actually the day of, when we started looking again. And we immediately messaged the family. We saw the apartment, I think, that night, so I had to take the bus back to Fornos, the last one in the day. There's only one that goes back to Fornos in the evening. So Kelly managed to still view this apartment in the afternoon, and she really liked it. She took a lot of pictures and videos, but it looked exactly like it did online. So we said we would like to have it. And the thing is, they don't really check your background, which I really like. I don't know how it is in different like countries, but for example in Germany they do a background check. They want to know how much you earn for the past like 3 months or more, everything. Like they ask for so many documents and security stuff, and like it's crazy. And here they don't. They were like, yeah, fine, we just have to talk about a few things, like for how long we plan on renting it. Obviously we can extend the rent, but you know, things like that. Is it like 6 months, 1 year, 2 years? You kind of have to find a solution that works for both, and just be honest with your plans. How long do you plan on staying? We don't really have a time limit here, so it was a little bit easier for us. And also like a deposit. Is there a deposit? Sometimes there is. In the first house there was no deposit. Here there was a deposit, but it's not as much as it was in Germany. In Germany it's usually, I think, like 3 months worth of rent, and here it was 1 month worth of rent. So a lot more easy and a lot more doable for just 2 young people. And so that was really nice. Most of the apartments here that are rentals are furnished, so that was actually a good thing, because we don't have, or we didn't have as many like furniture as we planned on buying. So it was actually very convenient that everything here is already furnished, as you can see. So the only thing that was missing is the furniture in Kelly's room. There is a built-in closet, but she needed like a bed, but she already ordered one. I did too. I do have a bed right now, so the one that I ordered is going to be sold again. And also our dining table, which we bought for the other house. But yeah, anything else is in the apartment. So you will probably find a lot of apartments that are already furnished, which makes the move, I feel like, so much easier. Of course, it's not going to be always your taste. So this is very modern, this is very clean, very white. I really like it. I think Kelly likes a little bit more of like a character, or like more like a little bit more of a country feel. So more wood or like darker colors or more fabric. I really like this. I'm very happy with this. But yeah, so you will not always probably like everything that's in the apartment, but just talk with your landlords about the stuff that you want to keep, or if they have other use for it, and I think you will be fine. So that was quite easy. And again, we were really lucky with this apartment, because during the summertime right now it is a lot more difficult to find rentals. Again, most of them, if they're going to be available. They sometimes use them during the summertime then to rent out to tourists, and then from winter on long term. But we got really, really lucky with this one. And yeah, we just prayed and hoped that we would get the apartment, and at the end of the day we did. It took a few days until we really had the contract and everything was signed. I think another 1.5 weeks. So yeah, it was a little bit of like some nerves. We were a little bit nervous, but we did get it, and everything was just amazing and fine at the end of the day. And so the first house that we got in Fornash, that was a little bit of a different story. So Kelly has been on the island for over a year, so she has already met a few more people here on the island. And in the house that we were in, prior to us, there was a very nice family from Hawaii/Italy that wanted to rent this house for like 6 months before they actually move into their actual house on this island. But they decided last minute to actually leave the island, so the house became available. And we did, during that time, I think it was in beginning of April when I was on the island and when we really started looking, we did view 2 other apartments that were brand new, so we would have been the first ones moving in, but we didn't like the area, we didn't like the vibe of the apartments, and the price for that was just a little too high for what it was. But still, there was stuff available still, a lot more than now. And we also like checked other stuff. So we also started online again on the same websites. We just had a few more options than now. And we contacted the family because we knew they were no longer in the house, and we wanted to get the information or the number of the landlord to ask if the house is still available, because Kelly saw the house before and she really liked it. So I wanted to have a look at it. And we drove to the house because she remembered where it was. It's very easy to find. And obviously we looked from the outside, but we really wanted to see it from the inside, or at least I wanted to, and have a second look and see what has been done and what needs to be done. And we did get the number of the landlord. He does not speak any English. We don't speak any Portuguese, but we were able to speak to the sons, who speak English very perfectly. But they live in, I think, France, and the landlord did visit them during this time, so he was not on the island when I was there, and my flight was a couple days after we got the number and we wanted to look for it, so we were running out of time. So basically, when we talked to him, to the family, he told us that there are some keys hidden in the garden. And if we find them, we can look inside and just have a look and see if we want the house. So Kelly and I decided to go back to the house and look for the keys. And I told her, I have a feeling that we're going to be in the house within 10 minutes. Absolutely, 100%. However, I also have a feeling that we were not going to find the keys. So it was like just mixed feelings about it. So what happened is we got into the house within 10 minutes. And we did not find the keys. However, we found an open window. And the windows here are a little bit different. So it really depends. But the windows in the house were different. They're not as the German ones. You could kind of like slide them on. If they're not locked, you can just slide them open and close them again. You just like slide. And there were a few unlocked windows. So the one that we found first was the one in the downstairs in the kitchen, which is like right next to the entrance. And so we did slide it open and climbed in, and we ended up on the countertops of the kitchen. And so we climbed into the house, we had a look, and it's a diamond. It's a raw, unpolished diamond. The house had beautiful rooms, it had a lot of potential, and when you envision it like clean, and with fresh paint on the walls and nice furniture, amazing. Like a beautiful family home, really nice, a little bit of character, more countryside, but super cute. Just give the kitchen a fresh paint and everything will be fine. And a good clean. And so we had a big vision, not even a big vision, like a good vision. So we contacted the landlord and asked what else needed to be done. And he said, just painting the walls inside and also outside would be nice. So we said, yeah, that's fine. So at the end of the day, obviously we had some more issues. We didn't stay in the house. There was a lot more things going on that we found out while living and using the things. And yeah, so we didn't stay. But however, it is possible both ways. It is obviously easier when you know people. Even though it didn't turn out, it was still slightly easier, I feel like, when, well, actually no, because he didn't speak any English. So that made it a little bit difficult. But in general, I think it's just because they don't really care of what you do, who you are, as long as you pay the rent, and if there's a deposit, you pay the deposit, you will be okay. You will be fine. I think it's like, yeah, a lot easier than in Germany, where there's like just multiple applications and they just look for the ones that have the most like financial security or like the most secure job and things like that. Here they don't do it like that. So I thought that is quite nice, and it was a lot easier here than in any other country that I lived in, for sure, even though we are on an island, and sometimes the options are just not as good. But if you have a little bit of like time and you're a little bit more flexible, I think it will be amazing and awesome. So yeah, just make sure you have a look at the apartment, really ask the questions and the things that are important to you, be open about it, and everything will be okay. So that was just the story and like what we have experienced so far. Again, I will link everything down below, and yeah, that's just everything that I can tell you right now. So have a good one, and lots of love, and good luck if you're looking for a partner right now.